Why don't you tell us a little bit about Beyond Identity? And then you got to tell me, what does a director of product strategy mean? What does that mean to people in the real world?
It's a completely meaningless title. So I was at AWS for 5 years. So that was where I was the last two times I was on the show. And being at AWS, I got the chance to talk to dozens of identity startups, hundreds of identity teams all over the world. And I was really floored by the technology that Beyond Identity had and wanted to come over. And little did I know that at the exact same time, my colleague Dean Sachs, also from AWS, was talking to Beyond Identity. So we both ended up moving over at the same time. And basically what they needed me to do was do some product discovery and innovation, as well as facilitate Dean and Monty Weissman to do all of our standards work. So we participate in the OpenID Foundation, the Internet Engineering Task Force, the FIDO Alliance. All that work is done by my team. And so we figure out where we want to influence standards and how we want to move forward there. So we're a team of innovators, standards nerds, and developers who are helping us bring new products to market.
So what does Beyond Identity do? Plays in the authentication space, and to what degree, and other things?
We do. So it's an SSO, or it can be only an MFA. So it's got kind of two different modes, and it sort of sits in the middle where it straddles both human and non-human identity. So the way that we do SSO is not typical. So typically you would have multi-factor authentication. You'd have a password and some sort of device where you are verifying that it's actually you. The way that Beyond Identity does it is we put an endpoint directly on the device itself so that we can look at the security posture of the device. And then we also integrate signals from all of your security tooling. So we can get signals from Jamf, from Zscaler, from Intune, and use those as part of your authentication policy to determine whether people get in or not. And we can do it continuously as people are working to say, hey, does this person still have the security posture that they did when they logged in? So it's a cool marriage of security and identity and data that all comes together with authorization and authentication. And it's all in one very easy to use product.